Hey, welcome to On the Porch. I'm Todd and joined, as always, by my friend Ken. Glad to have you guys here. Not sure what kind of show you're going to get today because we're both a little punchy.
Because we're not sure what kind of show you're going to get yet.
No, but we did narrow down the topic just a while ago. We're going to talk about the Hilbert's paradox and the importance of arithmetic quantities with infinite, I can't even talk, Ken, with infinite qualitative quantities. So I know you're a big fan of Hilbert's paradox, so I'll let you have the floor so you can break that down for us.
Yeah, man, I've known him for a long time, dude. We grew up together, and you know when we get together, that's the topic of our conversation all the time. So I'm kind of tired of talking about it. So
oh, okay, all right.
Maybe we can find something else to talk about.
We'll find something else then. So no, but in actuality, that's just a way of saying if you had a hotel with an infinite amount of rooms and they were all full, then and more people showed up, then you could actually find room for them because you have an infinite amount of rooms. I don't know. Some guy did a bunch of math on that.
Okay.
And it's
we'll throw him in that.
Yeah.
I'm completely out of something to do basket.
Yeah, something to do basket.
That basket's getting full, man.
It is full. There's lots of people without anything better to do. You know, in fact, when I carry mail, that's a line I use a lot. I'll see somebody out mowing or weeding their garden or washing their car or something. I'm like, what? You couldn't find anything better to do today? Is what I ask them, and they usually laugh.
Yeah.
You know, but
yeah. I can always find something better to do, but I don't think my wife would approve of it.
Yeah. Well, I don't need to find anything better to do. My mom taught me how not to be bored. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Hey, Johnny. Thanks for hopping in.
Hey, Johnny Mags.
Yeah.
How you doing, buddy?
And we got Arnie and Doug here from PTV starting dinner soon. So awesome.
Okay.
That's great.
So they're going to be listening. That's good.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Used to be when I was a kid, I told my mom I was bored, she'd give me something to clean, you know? And so then I just never went to her and told her I was bored, which actually paid off. But before I started working for the Postal Service, I worked at a place and my manager would come in and there'd be a few of us just kind of not doing a whole lot. And he'd look at me and goes, "Are you bored?" And I'd go, "No." And so he'd go on to somebody else and he's like, "Are you bored?" And they go, "Yeah." And he's like, "Come with me." You know, and that went on for like a couple months. And I always say, "No, I'm not bored." And then one time he's like, I said, "No, I'm not bored." And he's like, I gotta have you do something. I can't just keep passing you up. You know, it's like, I told him, I said, "Well, my mom told me never to say I was bored because it always meant that something needed to be done and that I didn't really want to do." So.
Oh yeah. That's kind of like the military. They say never volunteer for anything.
Yeah.
So don't be doing that.
Yeah. I actually watched a video this week. I had a lot of YouTube watching video time. I worked a lot of hours this week. I got 6 12-hour days in a row and then worked 8 hours today. So try and get all that junk delivered. But anyway, said that boredom is actually good for people. It gives you a chance to think and be alone with yourself in your head. So, but,
really?
Yeah.
Well, I've been told it.
It
must be a scary place being alone in my head with myself.
Hey, Holly.
I don't know about that, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
Sometimes, I used to think when I was younger, if you can't stand to be by yourself, then you can't stand to be with anybody. You know? I kind of changed on that attitude as I've gotten older. I like being around people.
Yeah.
You know. What do you want to talk about, man? Because you mentioned videos. Can we talk about some music? Can we start out talking about a little bit of music?
Yeah, we can talk about music.
You have something else you want to talk about first?
No, I'm good. Did you find some new music again?
Well, no, I didn't find any new music, but I don't know, man. Maybe we could start another little segment. Just throwing out a YouTube video that we like each week.
Oh yeah,
a music video, because I found, and it's something, I sent you a link to it earlier. You probably didn't even see it.
I saw the link. I hadn't got to listen to it yet.
All right, but Charley Crockett You ever heard of him?
I know the name. Yes.
Charley Crockett, man. Yeah. And he's playing at the Ryman in Nashville Friday and Saturday. So whenever we get done here, I'm going to hop on at Ryman.com and see if there's any tickets left. Usually if you wait till the last minute, if it's not completely sold out, if you're just going by yourself, you know, you can always find a single, but I'll probably find somebody to go with me. But yeah, Charley Crockett, man, he's from Texas, and he's like 39 years old. And dude, he is real. He's a combination of traditional country music, blues, and bluegrass. But on some of his songs, he has some New Orleans influence. He has a trumpet player. You know, now New Orleans is a lot of brass bands down there.
Yeah.
So, but what happened to him, Charley? He spent a couple years in jail.
Yeah.
He got caught with some ganja, is what he calls it, a whole bunch of it in the trunk of his car, and so he spent a couple years in jail, and he rethought things and got out, and man, he went to New York City and played the subways and everything, and then got a contract with Sony, and then see what he do after that. And then he kind of took it for granted, man, to take advantage of it. And then he went to Louisiana, went down to New Orleans, and was busking on the streets for a couple years just to make enough money to eat, man. He was putting in his time, you know. He's developed his own style and influenced by all the different places that he had spent time. And but yeah, the YouTube link I sent you is him playing at the Grand Ole Opry in Nashville.
Okay.
And this particular song is called Jamestown Ferry. And that's just the start, man. That's just the start. If anybody goes to that and listens to it, it's traditional country, but man, you cannot not like it, I don't think.
Yeah.
It has pedal steel in there, and his voice, he is so Southern, man. He's got that got a Texas drawl. And if you listen to it and then you start nosing around, start looking around on YouTube and see some of his stuff where it's just acoustic, where he's playing, and hear him talk, man, you just fall in love with him, man. It's just, he's an amazing guy, and his voice and his music. And so I kind of been digging him here lately.
Oh yeah, I'll have to take a listen for sure.
And
speaking of traditional country music,
I know
you're one of your favorites here. Would go see Luke Bryant last night. It's a tremendous show. I'm sure it was there, man.
I saw that, man. Did you get wet? Did you get wet up there, man?
Yeah. There's a comedian, Tim Hawkins, that does. He's got a podcast now, but before he had a podcast, and he does this like almost spot on Luke Bryan impression, and cracks me up. So every time I think of Luke Bryan, I think of this Tim Hawkins doing that, and he sings some song about having cheer wine and a bag of bugles. But
oh Lord,
yeah,
but oh yeah. Before I forget though, can you post that in the show notes? A link to that?
Yeah,
that
I sure will. There'll be a link to the video in the show notes. When we start doing this video segment, what I can do is I can get the video, but we'll have to mute it, because if YouTube hears the audio and it gets a copyright, they will just throw our stream completely off. We'd have to start over,
Okay.
So, but I think we'll be able to play the video, a short piece of the video anyway.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we can get the link in the description. So.
Yeah, because I want everybody to at least listen to it once, because he's a treasure, man. I'm not kidding you. There's some really good. He's not a Luke Bryan now. He's not he's not a Nashville big guy.
Not yet.
Well, that's what he did. He didn't sell out, man. He had that contract with Sony, and they were trying to package him in a big deal and give him his own style.
Yeah.
And he didn't sell out, man. If you see him now, the way he dresses and the way he performs, because he's put in all that work, he is just so smooth and good, man. Can't help but like it. He's original, and that's what I like. Because like a old 60 that we talked about before.
Oh yeah, they were great.
Yeah, I mean they're just that's like I said, Nashville's full of those kind of guys. But if you don't live there, or if you don't go there and visit somebody that does live there, you never see them, because they're not playing downtown and all the Broadway honky tonks and all the big bars and stuff. They're playing at the hole in the walls. They're just some amazing musicians in Nashville.
Yeah. Getting a lot of love in the chat for some Cheerwine. So,
what's going on with Cheerwine, man?
Yeah. People love it.
Really?
Yeah. You like Cheerwine?
Me?
Yeah.
I've never had it, man.
All right. It's a Southern soda. You haven't had it? Man.
You are going to mess around and get my card pulled.
I am going to get your card pulled here. I figured you knew.
I worked hard for that.
Yeah. Yeah. I couldn't tell you exactly what flavor it is. I don't know. It's like maybe a cherry or something. But yeah. They should have it at Cracker Barrel. That's where we buy ours at.
Okay. Well, I've definitely heard of it and seen it, but I've just never.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got coffee, man.
Yeah. That's all
I roll with that most of the time. You know?
Well, speaking of traditional country music, I got a hot take on Jelly Roll. Yeah.
What's that? What?
He doesn't sing that well.
Well, okay. Let me go back to the Nashville thing. The Nashville thing I was just talking about. Most of them don't, dude. Most of them, you take the synth, the electronic music out of there, the auto tune, all the stuff they have to throw with it. I mean, Post Malone, you strip him down, and I want to talk about that in a minute too, since we're talking about music. You strip him down, you'd be shocked, man.
And he's quote unquote going country.
Oh, he is.
Yeah, he's supposed to be coming out with a country album, but he's been a country music lover forever.
Yeah.
And
Since we're talking about that, man, he's, when I first saw Post Malone was going country, I was like, man, come on now. But dude, that's the good thing about this country. You can change your mind. Yeah. You have the right to change your mind.
Yeah.
And I just said all that stuff. You take all the auto tune and all the electronic stuff that goes on it. But dude, like that song that him and
Dwight Yoakam?
No, him and Blake Shelton's got out. You heard that one?
I hadn't heard that one. I heard him and Dwight Yoakam.
Yeah, I hadn't heard that unless it was that Elvis song. I know he did one.
No, it wasn't an Elvis song. It was I can't remember. I'd have to look it up.
But Posty's got he's the hot thing in country right now. He's got that song with Blake Shelton, Pour Me a Drink, and he's got one with who else is it? He's singing Sierra Farrell. He's got one with her. He's got one with Walden. What's his name? Wallen, not Randy Wallen. Shoot, I got a friend named Randy Wallen.
Morgan Wallen.
Morgan Wallen. He's got to do that with him. I don't know, man. He's the hot thing. I think he's got one Jelly Roll.
Yeah, Little Ways is the one he did with Dwight Yoakam.
Okay.
So, and they also did a cover of Merle Haggard's. I don't want to open this up because it's a Facebook link.
Yeah,
we'll see. But it says they covered one of Merle Haggard's songs, but the title doesn't pull it out. But it's he's really good. There's a clip of Jelly Roll on Howard Stern, where he's with this band and he sings a cover of Sitting on the Dock of the Bay and a Hootie and the Blowfish song. I can't remember which. I want to say Talk to Angels, but that's the Black Crowes. But anyway, it doesn't matter. The dude couldn't even pull off sitting on the dock of the bay. I mean, it was way better than I can do, but he should have just absolutely slayed that song. And it was just like to me, it was like a high level karaoke.
Yeah, brother, I know you're preaching to the choir, man. because I mean, all of them, you name them, you strip them down, and there's a few of them that's good that can sing. I'm not
Yeah.
saying all of them,
Yeah.
but I've been there long enough or I lived there my whole life until here lately, and seen going to these small places where they're sitting up there with a guitar and singing.
Uh-huh.
And that separates the men from the boys right there.
Yeah.
There's no place to hide. I mean, how many concerts you gone to? Get these big stars, and they break out just them in a acoustic guitar and sing.
Yeah. Yeah.
That'll let you know right there real quick.
Yeah. Well, and it hit me too that he was covering Sitting on the Dock of the Bay. And when he was on American Idol this past year, that guy that came in number 2 in Hawaii sang Sitting on the Dock of the Bay, and he absolutely destroyed it. He he destroyed it on American Idol. And then it's like, then Jelly Roll shows up and wants to do the cover on Howard Stern. It's like, have an original idea.
Right. No, man. See, those guys are all tied together. See, there's Jelly Roll and Hardy, Morgan Wallen. Morgan Wallen's from Knoxville, Tennessee, which is like an hour and a half from here. Man, they're all like tied. They're all friends.
Yeah.
There's Ernest. You ever heard of Ernest?
Yeah.
He's a country guy. He was from, I think he lives in Hendersonville, which is part of Nashville.
Yeah.
But they're all big buddies, and and Post Malone's in there doing duets with all of them and killing it. So.
Yeah. Who's that country singer? That weirdo Orville, whatever his name is. I never heard his music, and he's weird. He wears the mask.
Orville.
Yeah, Orville something. He wears like a leather mask.
Dude, I don't know him, man.
I don't know. I don't want to listen
to cheer wine while he sings.
I don't know. Maybe he should. His mask. But it's just too odd for me, for country music. If he was like playing heavy metal, I'd listen, but just for country, it's just a little odd.
Well, man, listen to Charley Crockett, man. I'm not kidding you. I'm not going to put y'all on anybody that's not capable of sitting on a stool with their guitar and singing.
Yeah.
I won't do it because that's, I just won't.
Yeah. Well, I think Jelly Roll, he's a really good singer, but not super high level. I think his songwriting is really good. His songwriting is really good.
Well, see, that's the thing. The guys that are good songwriters, they write their own songs and they can sing them.
Yeah.
They're not going to write anything they can't sing. And then if they try to get out of their lane, sometimes
maybe
they get exposed.
Maybe that's, maybe that's part of it. Cause I've listened to his songs and I've always thought he sounded great on them, and maybe it's just, he's got to be in that mindset, to sing them or what, what have you.
I mean, I've got a list of them, and I'll keep listening. If we decide to do this, I'll just throw one out a week, and then when you throw one out, just whatever you think.
Not everybody can be Kelly Clarkson and sing everybody's song better than they can.
I know. And she's incredible, man.
Yeah.
I don't know if she plays guitar or not, but if she does, I guarantee you she can sit on a stool and sing,
I think she's mentioned playing instruments before.
Has she?
Yeah. Sure. And I've always wondered that too about Michael Jackson. There's no way you couldn't tell me he didn't at least play piano, even though I never seen him play anything.
He probably did, man. He probably played something.
I would think he would have had to. The guy was a savant,
Yeah, and having all those brothers that played the different instruments, there's no way when he was young didn't want to be like them and play something.
Right.
I bet he could.
I bet he could too. I mean, with his songwriting and everything else, it's like he had to be able to at least on piano or guitar or both, or even though unless there's something out there I hadn't seen, and I'm sure there's plenty out there I haven't seen. It's like it's just one of those things. So
okay, dude, we got a question
Edna.
there.
Yeah, that's Edna. He's asking if we like Garth Brooks. He's always playing in Ireland.
Well, so who's that? Edna?
Yeah, Edna.
All right. Do you want the truth, or do you want us to just smile and nod. What do you want,
well,
Ed?
well, he says he's not a fan, by the way. So
Oh no, man. Garth Brooks, he's leaving Nashville, man. If he hadn't already gone,
yeah,
he's a big sellout, and I think he's probably responsible for country music turning into what it had, this new country. Because I think
for the
it was traditional up to him,
for the kind of usher in the rock bro country kind of feel.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
But there's a lot of people in Nashville that don't like him, and I mean, he sold out the Bridgestone Arena, which is where the Predators play
hmm
hockey. I mean, he sold it. What was it, like 10 shows in a row?
yeah,
And I mean, he had 10 nights in a row. He sold it out, but that was a good while ago. He's
yeah.
kind of he's kind of uh, he's not in the best favor of a lot of people now.
Yeah.
Or not.
I mean,
People look at him different now.
yeah. I mean, he's got his place.
Hmm.
He's great for the good sing along song, you know, and stuff. But yeah, it's just some of his songs, as popular as he was, it's like some of his songs didn't hold up, and I blame some of that on him because the only place to stream Friends in Low Places, the original cut, is like Amazon Music because he has an exclusive deal. So it's like if you want to listen to it on any other platform, you have to listen to the live version, which isn't that great. I mean, it's great, but it's not the same.
Yeah. But,
and
well, man, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It just I hate it when they do that. I know they do that for money reasons, but it's like I don't want Amazon Music, and that kind of handicaps who's actually going to hear, your stuff.
Yeah. 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 No, that's the truth on him, man. He's helped a lot of people. Because I mean, he's got $10 billion or however much money he's got.
Yeah.
I mean, for the next 10 generations, he's not going to be able to spend all his money. But right. I do know, because I know Jimmy Mattingly, which is his fiddle player. We know him, and he. I mean, whenever Garth Brooks, he went on I don't know, it might have been 8 or 10 years where he kind of disappeared.
A little hiatus to raise his kids and stuff. Yeah.
Dude, he still paid all his band members full pay the whole time. Put them on retainer, what they call retainer.
Uh-huh.
And so if he had any private gigs or anything like that, they had to be there.
Yeah.
But they were playing with other bands and doing their own thing for 8 or 10 years.
Oh, wow. That's excellent.
Yeah. Yeah. So when he kind of made his comeback, they still had his original band.
Mm-hmm.
So he's good in that ways, but I don't know, man. There's something about him. He is a sellout. Edna hit it right, man.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, he's not country, dude. Name me one song. I mean, go listen to Charley Crockett.
Uh-huh.
And then go find me a Garth Brooks that even remotely sounds country compared to Charley Crockett. I mean, he don't have one.
Yeah.
But that's my opinion. Now I don't mean to be preaching. That's just my opinion on it.
Yeah.
So I know there's some huge Garth Brooks fans, so I'll probably get some hate mail.
That's all right.
For that maybe, or people complaining about it. But it's the truth, man. Anybody that knows, or just, I mean, I don't know. He's not my favorite.
Yeah. I get it. And like I said, I mean, he was as big could get, in his heyday, and
sure he was.
And if he didn't take that hiatus, who knows? He might have fizzled out. He had that weird thing where he tried to be Christopher Gaines or Chris Gaines, where he was a pop star and did his hair all funny and junk, and it was just weird, and doing a movie and stuff. And I don't know. He was just, on top of the world one minute, but just went off to the sunset for a while and came back,
I mean, I think on Netflix they did a special on, he built a bar downtown, or took an old building and remodeled it, and he was going through it, talking about how special it was and carrying on. how much it meant to him to be able to be in Nashville and have this bar and everything. That's what's wrong with Nashville, guys. You know, those guys coming there and they're ruining what made Nashville cool and special.
Yeah.
You know, by building these giant bars with all the, I don't know. So that's I don't live there anymore for that reason. That's one of the reasons. It's just not like it was.
Yeah. Let me ask you about Blake Shelton. Do we consider him
Blake Shelton?
Authentic country?
Yeah. He has some authentic country, yeah. So he has some. He's not authentic. He's not like Alan Jackson. Alan Jackson's a bomb, man.
Yeah.
As far as that goes. But yeah, Blake Shelton's kind of middle of the road. You know, Blake
he's
Shelton
more to me. He's more country than than he is like bro country or anything else.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
So, yeah. He covered that song "God Gave Me You," which was popular hit. But Dave Barnes was the one that wrote that song. Mm-hmm. If you really want to hear that song done even better, listen to Dave Barnes's version. Mm-hmm. Dave Barnes is incredible. But
well, the thing about Blake is, I mean, what you see like on American Idol. Mm-hmm. I mean, The Voice?
Yeah.
What you see is that's what he is.
Yeah.
A friend of mine is one that runs all the lights, is in charge of the lighting for his shows. And I asked him, I said, "What's he like?" And he said, "Man, he's exactly like he is on the show." So he's always like that.
Yeah.
Says he's a great guy.
Yeah. I'll tell you this too. Sneaky good singer. Sneaky good.
Who, Blake?
Yeah.
Yeah. It depends on his songs. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I've heard him in some like duets with different people and stuff. Mm-hmm. And he's sneaky good with harmonies and stuff like that. You know, you don't think of him as a big belted out singer kind of, but he's got chops for sure. It's kind of crazy.
But you're right, man. That duet he does with Post Malone, you know, he doesn't try to you know, some guys that's been around a long time, like Blake has, might try to be in the forefront, you know, but he knows Post Malone, he's not up and coming. He is here, but I mean, he's new. And so he kind of steps back and does harmony, and he does a little solo there, but Posty kind of has the, you know, he's kind of in charge of that song.
Yeah.
And Blake he harmonized great with him. You're right there, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah. So if Post Malone gets a #1 country song, are we going to get face tattoos in honor of that?
No, man, I won't. I'll leave that up to you, man. But man, you know,
if this video reaches 100 million likes, we'll get a face tattoo.
Yeah. Yeah, if we get 100 million, we might do it, man.
Yeah.
but you know, I talking about earlier how we have the right to change our mind.
Yeah.
A couple of years ago, I told my son, I said, "Man, that dude right there, when he gets to be about 45 years old, he's going to wake up one morning with a hangover, and he's going to stumble in there, look in the mirror in the bathroom, and say, 'What in God's name did I put this on my face for?'"
Yeah.
But now I think he's cool looking, man.
Yeah.
You know, his teeth and everything. I think he's cool looking, Posty. If you're listening, which I know he listens every week.
Oh yeah, he does. I mean, he's blowing up our DMs all the time.
Yeah. So. But you got it going on, buddy.
Yeah.
Proud of you.
He's another one I've always heard is like legit good guy. You know, you see him in interviews and stuff. And you know, when we talked, you kind of mentioned that Elvis special that they had where they kind of redid the what was it, the '66 special they had on NBC.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he was on there, and when I first saw him introduced, I thought, oh my gosh, that's going to be a train wreck. But man, he you could tell he just held that all that music up in such honor, the way he did it, and as good as he did. It's like, you know, because a lot of times they put someone like that on there just to kind of pull in a younger crowd. But you could just tell he just, you know, held up that music in the high esteem, you know.
Yeah, he's humble, man.
Yeah.
You know, seems to be.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that I don't know. That's about all I got to talk about music this week. Anything else you want to talk about?
Oh, we do have some pictures to show because you did take a trip.
Yeah. See if you can find that projector operator, man. Is he
Yeah,
around there?
we'll get that projector operator going. Hey, projector operator.
We're gonna have to give him a name.
Yeah. Let's see if we can get it
Louise. How
rolling
about
here.
Louise?
Louise.
Louise, pull him up, man.
Yeah, there you go. Thanks, Louise.
Louise almost got fired a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. So you went to the Little Debbie headquarters.
Yeah, I sure did, man. Actually, it's in College Dale, which is right outside of Ottawa, which is right outside of Chattanooga. And that's the Little Debbie Park right there.
Yeah.
You can see that right there. You can walk through the park, and they have markers. It tells you what went on different years. It goes from 1930 all the way to present day.
Pretty wow.
And then we got right there's that's the store where they sell all the cakes and stuff in there. And of course, you know, by the time I got back home from there, man, I was on a sugar rush, dude.
I bet so.
I was bouncing from one side of no, they didn't have any free samples. And that's their original truck right there. They still have it. Yeah. And everything you want there. Just about everything in there was $2 a box.
Oh, really? That's not bad.
Yep. No. It wasn't free, but they had everything they make in there and then some.
That's cool.
And I found out from that lady right there, the freshest stuff is on the bottom. They put the fresh stuff on the bottom, and then every day that's her job is rotating it, moving it up. So I was sneaking around pulling the stuff off the bottom shelves when nobody was looking.
There you go.
Yeah, she was a nice lady.
Yeah. Oh,
and and man, the best thing, dude, they had these mini. I think I got a picture of it. Mini cherry pies.
Okay. Yeah.
And they're like about a third of a regular cherry pie. And I don't know, it's about 4 bites and it's done. And man, they are so good.
Really?
They're so good.
I don't know if I've ever had any of their fruit pies.
No, the cherry ones was good. But they had all the merch and stuff. I didn't get anything. I started to get a hat. I started to get a camouflage Little Debbie hat. I should have.
Yeah.
That's just I think I got a picture of it on there somewhere. But they had all kinds of stuff. And that right there, that's a Christmas tree cake inflatables for Christmas.
7 foot tall inflatable Christmas tree cake will be in someone's yard in Missouri this Christmas.
Man, those are great, man. Dude, if the wind wouldn't blow it over up here, I would definitely get one. But there's no way in the winter that wind gets to blowing through here when there's no leaves on the trees to block it. And man, it would have that thing would be blown in the lake after a couple of days.
Yeah. I told Holly, like, we're going to have a 7 foot tall Little Debbie Christmas tree cake in our yard this Christmas. And I thought she was going to be like, oh, Lord, or something. But she's like, that's going to be awesome. She's like, everybody's going to be so jealous of our giant Little Debbie Christmas tree cake.
Yeah, I think that's the only place you can get them. So if they haven't gone to Little Debbie in College Dale, man,
I've never seen one. I've never seen one at all. So maybe so.
Yeah, so I brought Todd back one of those. I called him. I said, man, you want one of these? And he texted back in like 2.3 seconds. Yes.
There
they are right there. The minis.
Yeah. The mini cherry pie. I'll have to try those if I see them. I don't know if I've ever seen them around here.
I've never seen the minis, you know. Let's see.
Yeah.
But, so Johnny Mag says he's got a Bucky. Yeah, if you can you let that roll through? Because I kind of talk like that's just this park is only about a little over a year old. It was so clean. You see that there's hills behind it. That right there is a big oatmeal cream pie.
The cream pie. Which I think was their first cake, wasn't it? Oatmeal cream pie?
I'm not sure.
Yeah. If I remember right.
And that was a Little Debbie girl. And I did get down and take a selfie with her, but I looked around first to see if there was any kids that was looking. I wouldn't get caught. Hey, mister, you look stupid.
Yeah. Hey, like the name of last week's episode.
Hey, mister, you look stupid. And if you don't know what we're talking about, you can go back.
Yeah.
Man, I think that. Yeah, I think
Arnie
that
and Doug
truck
need
was
one of those
diamond
trees.
ago.
So.
Oh, yeah.
Now here's the question: if you put up a Christmas tree cake inflatable, does that count as one Christmas tree?
I guess you could. I don't
So
see why it would.
if
It
they got
wouldn't.
one, then that mean they'd be putting up
Yeah.
like 44 trees this year instead of 43.
Doug, Arnie, I mean, yeah. If y'all really want one, let me know, man. I'll go down there and get you one.
Yeah.
And but yeah, that park was so cool because it was new and it had plenty of gazebos and stuff around and pavilions, and everything was. Man, the grass was like a putting green. Well, you see it out there like a
Oh yeah,
golf
it's
course,
wonderful.
and yeah, that thing that was about 7 foot right there.
Yeah.
You see the grass around there, dude? It was just unbelievably thick, and I didn't see any sprinklers on.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I did that by the sidewalk, but I didn't see them out in the. But it was a cool thing to walk through, and I didn't take a picture of it. I should have, but they had this hill. Because see, the park is kind of flat. There's hills around, but it's in a flat area, and there was a hill that was, I don't know, it was about 2 stories high. It wasn't real tall, just a grass hill. And man, kids was playing. It was right in the park. It was landscaped on the sides, be real pretty, and kids were playing on that hill like it was a new toy. You know, I guess they never gotten to play on a hillside or something. I don't know, but they were running up and down and running down it and running up. And
yeah, it's like, what's this imagination thing we're using?
Yeah. You know, when I was young, we used to play King on the Mountain.
Oh yeah.
Did you ever play that?
Yeah, we call it King of the Hill.
Yeah, King of the Hill.
Yeah.
We called it, and that would have been the ultimate hill to play on, man.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's about it.
Yeah.
It was a fun trip.
Yeah.
About 2 hours away.
Yeah. Arnie and Doug said no, it doesn't count as a tree because a tree has to have lights and decorations that we put on it.
Mm. Yeah. But
So
anyways,
it wouldn't be that far from a decorated tree then. So
yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, that was my big trip this week.
Yeah.
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 That was fun because we talked about Little Debbie's and several times on our show.
It's something I mentioned to you this week. It's like for some reason on the show, snack cakes get brought up quite often. It's like country music and snack cakes.
I know it, right?
You know.
And your favorite was what was the one that's not too far from here? Not Little Debbie, but
yeah, Tasty Cakes.
Tasty Cakes, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They have good cherry pies as well.
They do have good cherry pies. Yeah, they do. Real good cherry pies. But they took away my bells, and I'm still bitter about that.
Yeah. Oh, and they had something there. I didn't have a picture of it, but you remember the Hostess ding dongs?
Yep.
From when we were kids.
Uh-huh.
They had these things called. It wasn't King Dongs. What? I told you the name. What? You remember the name of it?
No.
Something. It was some other name. King Dong or something. King Dong. King Dong doesn't sound. Sounds X-rated, dude. I don't know. Oh boy. No, I won't be eating the King Dong.
King Dongs.
Yeah.
Well, you just titled this show again, kid.
Can you cut this part out, man?
Nope.
Oh, come on. I'm gonna find the name of it, and on next week's episode, I'll throw it out there. But but it tasted a lot like the old Hostess ding dong.
Yeah, yeah. I gotta find the name now.
Oh man, let me see. But it was good. It was really good. Let me see. You looking for it?
I'm looking for it. Not finding it yet. That's funny. King Dongs.
It's the.
I was thinking ring dings, but I think that's Drake's Cakes has ring dings.
Let's see. Yeah, I don't know, man.
Not. I just found a list of all their cakes here. Devil cream. I'm not seeing anything.
Man, I think it was made by because they had some other stuff in there that was
Like Mrs. Freshly's?
McKee Foods,
Yeah.
and I think they're like the parent company of all that.
Oh, okay.
I don't know, man. We got a
Yeah.
podcast to talk
Yeah,
about.
we got to sit here and
Yeah.
do what's the oh somehow I got to a website that wants me to apply for a job at McKee Foods, so I'll just have to get back. So, but we'll look up that and see.
Yeah, I'll find it.
See what it is, and maybe pull up a picture and post it up on socials this week of them. So, yeah.
Well, man, you getting ready to come up here for the yard sale?
Yes. Not this weekend, but next. Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah. Man, they're really starting to set up now.
I
Tents
bet.
all up and down 127.
Yeah.
They're getting their tent set up because they start selling. You know, my buddy Jeff, him and his wife, they have a bunch of stuff, and they set up during the 127. They set up down there at the Cumberland General Store, Cumberland Mountain General Store. And he's setting up Wednesday.
Oh, wow.
He has a trailer full of stuff he's pulling up, setting up Wednesday.
Yeah. We'll have to get down there so I can meet him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So, yeah, it'd be fun. Yeah, Taylor's got all her money packed up from her yard sale, so she can find some new goodies.
Yeah.
You know, and stuff. But yeah, we're excited. We're excited to come out.
Yeah, hope it doesn't get too hot on us.
That's all right. It's all right. We're used to it. So
yeah.
We're used to it. But you know, this past week, it's been hard to believe it's been July around here. It's been like lows in the low 60s in the morning and then high in like low 80s.
Really?
Yeah, this past week. It's been beautiful. It's like, is this July really? You know, I just keep thinking, you know, it's just one day closer to when fall gets here, you know? So
sure.
Yeah.
Man, I can't wait till fall, buddy.
Yeah. I hear you. I'm ready for pumpkin spice, to be honest with you.
Yeah. What's your favorite thing about the fall? What do you like best?
I think it's the weather. Because around here it gets dry, and I love having like shorts on during the summer or during the day, but then having to like get jeans and a hoodie on for once the sun goes down. And it's kind of counterintuitive. I kind of like it when it gets dark a little earlier. I don't like it when it's like dark, like at 4:30, you know, but when it's like 6:30, 7 o'clock and it's dark, I kind of like that, you know?
Yeah.
But, yeah, I just enjoy the whole, there's a lot about the fall. Like a lot of it's the anticipation for the holidays. Kids, you know, they're back in school, so there's something new going on, you know, and, you know, summer heat's over and all that. So,
yeah,
there's just so much to love about the fall.
Oh, there is, man. There's a lot of stuff. You know, you could just make a whole list.
Yeah.
From the foods and the festivals and football starts back up.
Yeah, you get into football, and then people do like the hayride thing and all that, and then you got the spooky season, which is always fun. So, but
and then there's something they're in the process of building it right now, and you'll see it when you come up here because it's right on the side of 127. There's Ramsey Farms, and they grow all. I mean, they grow their corn. There's a dairy there, and they grow all their corn, and huge. But right along the road, they're making like a agribusiness. Is that what they call it? It's like it's all these things for kids to play on, and they're putting some more barns there and getting ready because they grow pumpkins too.
Yeah,
and they have a huge pavilion. It's nothing but pumpkins during the fall, and they sell. But I'm sure there'll be hay rides there. But you'll see it when you come up. It's right on the side of the road.
Yeah, there's a place here, Begg's Family Farm. It's a big pumpkin patch that kind of turned into almost of an amusement park. They don't have like any powered rides. They have big slides and stuff and different things. And then they cut out a big corn maze, you know, and stuff. And it's cool, but daggum, their pumpkins are expensive, You
Oh,
know,
really?
and it's
Yeah.
expensive to go to. You know, it's like I'll just go get my pumpkins from Walmart. You
I know it,
know,
right?
for
I know.
$3.
I couldn't believe how cheap Walmart pumpkins were
I
when
know.
we first moved up here. I never bought a pumpkin from
Yeah.
Walmart.
It's like we're just going to take
And
the guts out, carve a face, and roll it in the ditch in a few weeks. I ain't going to spend $20. You know.
yeah,
So I'm not going to spend $20 on a pumpkin to do that with. You know. So
right. Yeah. Well, man,
yeah.
there's a tree farm, a Christmas tree farm up here. It's only a few miles away, and well, probably 10 miles. May not be that far. I rode the motorcycle out there the other day, checking on it, just because I'm a nerd that way. You know,
Uh-huh.
I just wanted to ride by there and see what they was doing. And of course, I didn't see anybody outside, but it's cool to see all the trees at the different stages.
Yeah.
You know, tree farm I've never done any research on it, but it must take years before you can turn a profit, if you ever turn a profit.
That's the
I don't
thing. It's
know.
like you can't just start one and be open for business. It's like you got to get all those trees growed, you know,
Mhm.
and then you got to get them all shaped up and all that stuff. It's like, yeah, I don't even know. I don't even know where to begin on that.
I
So,
thought about it. It might be cool to volunteer just to go out there and help, on the
yeah.
weekends.
Yeah, I was wanting to go out and help Joni at the Yule Log Cabin this year, but I just, different things going on. I just didn't have time to get out there and
Yeah,
help
it
and
gets
stuff.
busy. It gets busy that time, doesn't it?
Yeah. And things, you know, and it's like, closer we get to Christmas, the busier we get, you know, because Christmas Clatter returns on Wednesday. So
Does it?
Yeah, for Christmas in July. And
This coming Wednesday? Wow.
yeah, and this side of my studio is still a flat mess.
Oh, no.
And so, I don't even have any idea what I'm going to talk about. So we'll have to see what happens with that.
Well, man, you oughta get you somebody that owns a tree farm on there.
Yeah, yeah,
Talk about what they do during the off season and what they're doing to get ready
yeah.
for the upcoming season. That'd be kind of
I
cool.
will. I like doing my first one solo. Kind of get, of course, doing this really helps. You know, because it used to be I did nothing, and then I'd have to like try to get my live streaming legs back under me, podcast legs. But I'll do my first one solo. I'm sure I'll find something to talk about and things. But yeah,
I can't wait till it starts up. Man, the other day, whenever I was going to Little Debbie, dude, I went back and started listening to yours all over again.
Oh Lord.
I mean that's like the second time, well, maybe the third time I went back and started at the first.
Yeah.
And I love it, man. I love it. At the very first, you was talking. You had the where the artists, they had music or art and stuff you send in.
Most wonderful talent of the month.
Yes, that was it. Yeah, yeah. I
I
like
had
all
a theme
that.
song for that.
Yeah, yeah. But you definitely come a long way, buddy.
Yeah, it's been fun. Yeah, Arnie does say
Are we?
talk about Hallmark. So,
Yeah, you can always do that.
yeah. In fact, I had this idea that just today. Of course, someone if they want to do it, they can. About doing like a Instagram Reels or whatever, Hallmark movie reviews, and be like, today I'm gonna review, a Vermont Christmas Present or whatever the name is, and be like, it was fine, and that'd be it. Just every one of them.
Yeah.
It was fine.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's
Well,
like Christmas shoes. It was fine, or whatever.
it was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Starring Lacey Chabert. Yeah. It was fine. So,
Well, I can't wait to get started again,
Yeah.
man. I look forward to it.
yeah, I can't wait.
Now we're going to continue to do this show
Yes.
during the
Yeah.
during those.
Just to let everybody know, when I start Christmas Clatter up, it'll be on Wednesdays at 8:00, and it'll be every other week until October, and then I'll go every week through Christmas. However, we are planning on running on the porch here every Sunday as well, and we'll keep it going. Now, closer to the holidays, if things get crazy busy and travel and stuff, we may take a break like a lot of weekly shows do, that time of year. But we won't make that decision until we get into it. But we plan on running for the rest of the year. Maybe take a couple of weeks off for Christmas, New Year's, and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But
Maybe kick this back up. I don't know, sometime late January or something. Kind of get past the post holiday blues. Kind of talk our way out of that.
Since I started Christmas Clatter in 2019, and I went like straight through Christmas and then like straight that January, and it was hard. And then the next year I took all January off, and I got to where I really enjoy dropping that Christmas Eve episode and then being done for a few weeks, or a month and a half, and that was nice. Yeah.
Well, man, besides the Pepper Tree Villa gang, who's been one of your favorite guests you've had on there?
Oh, Ken Smith comes to mind right off the bat.
What besides that guy?
He's been pretty good.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed interviewing Carolyn Grimes from It's a Wonderful Life. That was really good.
That was amazing.
Yeah, I've had several musical artists I've enjoyed. Another one that really stood out to me that I really he's been on a few times. Alonzo Duralde, who wrote "Have Yourself a Movie, Little Christmas," and did a lot of the heavy lifting for the Hallmark, like the Hallmark movie book.
Mm-hmm.
He's always been fun to have on. He's a good talker. Of course, he knows a lot about movies. And when we did the episode a couple years back on black and white Christmas movies, that was good. Yeah. Arnie and Doug are mentioning Brian Earl from Christmas Past.
Brian Earl.
He's always fun to have on, and I've said it 1,000 times before. He's the one who really helped me get started with Christmas Clatter.
Well, man, there was a guest that you had that I don't know if I've listened to it. I don't remember, but it's the guy that was the expert on Evergleam.
Oh yeah. Can't think of his name. He wrote the book on it. I need to have him back on. So, yeah, he wrote the book on aluminum Christmas trees. I can't think of his name now. It's passing me by, but yeah, he's a good guy. He's a good guy.
Yeah, and he's on YouTube.
Yeah, he does a YouTube channel and does a lot on Facebook and stuff.
Yeah.
If you're interested in aluminum Christmas trees, look him up. I'll put his stuff in the description.
Yeah.
For people, since I can't think of it right now.
Well, I was listening to him, and like I said before, man, I'm a nerd, but as Doug says, birds of a feather.
Yeah,
and that's brought a lot of peace to me. Just remembering that saying is but I'm a big nerd in a lot of this, the weird things, man, that I like.
Oh yeah.
So another trip, like going to Little Debbie,
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to go up north in Wisconsin. I forget the name of the little town. I might have to look it up again, listen to the episode, but it's at a library. But during right after Thanksgiving for the month, they have a display of evergreen trees at the library. There's like 50 of them, and they don't all belong to one person. It's different people donates them, for the month. And, they have all the color wheels. Everything's original, all the different colors. I didn't know there was so many different colors.
Yeah.
There's, there's
Theron George is his name.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And I'll link his stuff.
What's his YouTube channel? What's that called? It's called Atomic something, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. I'll have to find that, but I'll link his Facebook and his YouTube channel in the description.
Yeah.
For everybody.
Yeah. It's called atomic something. I'd have to look on my phone and
Mm-hmm.
see. But yeah, so they were talking about that. They have all those trees on display up there, and yeah, all the history and stuff on them. And there's a lot of history on those.
Oh
So
yeah.
I'm gonna go do that, and then also I'm gonna go up to and see all the life size nutcrackers, the 6-foot
Oh yeah.
nutcrackers.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna go see those up north too.
Yeah. That
There's 200 of them
yeah.
in that town.
Yeah. I wish I had an aluminum Christmas tree too, guys. I sure do. I mean, I could go buy one, but I don't want. I want to find a deal. You know. So, but yeah. In fact, that Evergreen book, it's almost become like a Christmas decoration because it seems like it comes out every Christmas to look through because the pictures are so amazing in it, and it, it's cool to watch people look through it, especially like my mother-in-law and my parents, because they kind of remember those trees when they were a kid. Not that they seen every one of them, but it jogs a lot of memories and stuff.
Yeah, man. I wish I had one of those books. I've been trying to find one, and you can't find them anywhere, dude.
Really,
They're sold out. Yeah,
really.
yeah. I'm looking for his space age Christmas tree. See, space age Christmas tree is the name of his YouTube channel.
Okay.
And man, it's got everything you could ever imagine on there. It's got his Evergreen book on here.
Hopefully he'll get that reprinted again and get more copies.
I hope he does, because but yeah, you can't find it anywhere. I've looked on eBay, I've looked everywhere. Can't find one.
Well, you want me to bring it so you can look through it?
Yeah, that'd be cool. I'd like to look at it.
Yeah, I'll bring it down for you here in a couple of weekends. I'll make a note. I'll forget by then.
And something that we talked about, a place we talked about going to is It's a Wonderful Life Festival.
Yeah.
But I just don't know. You can only do so many things between Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Yeah, that's the problem. That's the problem. Is you got we got our own family stuff, and then to be able to have to travel to go do that and all that. That's kind of the problem I've had with the Christmas cons. Is they're too. I know they need to put them close to Christmas, but they could put them before Thanksgiving and be just fine.
Yeah, sure they would. Yeah,
So.
Well, hey man, I just got a text from Craig Murphy.
Yeah.
A buddy that's an expert on the monkeys.
Yep.
Because I texted him earlier, said, "You still good for next week?" And he just texted back and said, "Yep." So
that's all right. Got monkey business next week. So if you guys want to hear everything there is to know about the monkeys, we're going to talk to old Craig and, going to talk more about his fandom. I think his fandom's more interesting than the monkeys, and we'll learn a lot about the monkeys, there too. Because I always just like it when people are passionate about things, no matter what it is, just to see what it is that connected with them. But guys, if you find anything cool or have a picture you want to show us, you can send us a direct message on Facebook and Instagram at On the Porch Pod. You can email us at joinusontheporch@gmail.com, or in the description below. If you're listening on a podcast player, you can send us a text message. And then if you leave a rating and review on Apple Podcasts or any podcast app that allows you to rate and review, please let us know. We'll send you a On the Porch sticker and a thank you. But we'll be back next week with our very first guest ever. And that'll be exciting. Something we kicked around. Weren't sure if we were going to have guests or not, but we'll have guests. And if you can, join me on Christmas Clatter on Wednesday. And Ken, take us away.
Well, once again, Todd, I want to thank everybody for listening to On the Porch with Todd and Ken. And we're gone.